Hey. Ooh, those pauses are so awkward, right? But so necessary. Rather than just opening my mouth and starting to spew out words, it's so important for me to take that moment of awkward silence and breathing. It's just about 20 seconds. And I'm sure for you, the viewer, you're like, oh my gosh, is this girl gonna start talking? I can't handle it. And then I start to think, it's only 20 seconds. What if I had waited 20 seconds before making any of the snap decisions I've made in my life? 20 seconds before screaming at someone for something that wasn't even their fault. 20 seconds before going through a litany of negative words about myself in my head. What if we just took 20 seconds to pause? Every time we felt like screaming, every time we felt like banging our head against the wall, every time we felt like punching, every time we revert back to this instead of this. What if we just took 20 seconds all the time? Maybe there's something in that 20 seconds that will change our lives or change our relationships or give us the innate ability to be honest. 20 seconds to breathe, to feel, to notice. 20 seconds to not react. I believe the longer we stay in recovery, the more authentic we become to ourselves and to the people around us. 20 seconds to authenticity. I've been thinking a lot about how recovery is really a hollowing of our heart, how we have to excavate our hearts, how we have to hollow out our heart to fill it up with new good stuff, to hollow it, to maybe just examine what we have dug up so that we can move on. I don't believe there's any kind of meaningful recovery without examining our hearts, without changing who we are, without getting rid of the gross, dark, ugly stuff in our hearts, without dealing with our heartbreak. We all have heartbreak. All of us. Without understanding our role in the heartbreak, without understanding how we broke other people's hearts, without apologizing to ourselves and to the people around us. Hollowing out our hearts is not easy. It's not comfortable. I would prefer just to proceed along in dysfunctional bliss, doing this. But there's something deeper calling all of us, if we're being honest, that won't allow us to just do this. There's something deeper pulling us to a greater growth, to a greater meaning, to a greater purpose. There's always choices to drink again, to not drink again, to be in a bad relationship, to stay in a bad relationship, to be mean to the people around us, to not open our mouths and share how we're feeling. There's always a choice. We decide all day long what we're going to do. We decide to stay the same when there's something deeper calling all of us to a greater purpose, a greater meaning, a greater understanding, a pathway to freedom so that we can set other people free, a pathway to freedom so that we can set other people free. So when you get the command to hollow out your heart, to excavate your heart, don't ignore it. Start small, start little. Start by noticing your role in the patterns of your life, your role in the dysfunction. I'm not asking you to beat yourself up. I'm not asking myself to beat myself up. I'm just asking us to notice so that we can change and be free. I feel like it's so urgent. I'm watching people, hearing people, witnessing people drinking themselves to death, knowing that they're drinking themselves to death and continuing to do it. My heart is broken because I feel powerless to change their behaviors. I feel powerless because I can't just make it okay. I feel powerless because I don't have the magic words, yet I want them so bad. So I pray. And I clean my heart of the ambiguity and of the pain and of the heartbreak so that I can be an even more powerful witness for those who want to change. I ask God to help me, to guide me, to heal them, to heal myself. And then I pray some more. And I watch my words. When I want to scream, I don't scream. I take 20 seconds to breathe. I'm trying to find my way just to the words to say, I love you and I want you to be okay. "20 seconds on the pathway to freedom. 20 seconds to breathe. 20 seconds to feel. 20 seconds to love better."